want to talk about SMART in the context of its environmental importance. I want to talk about social equity, and I want to talk about its importance to our region and some things that often those of us down here in Marin County don't think about, but just to the north of the county line, they are very important. Transportation, folks need to understand this, transportation is a bigger part of our greenhouse gas footprint than energy consumption. And there is no replacement if we're going to meet our AB 32 goals and win this epic battle against climate change. There's just no replacement for taking cars off the road. And so when you think about SMART, think about that. And when it comes to addressing the biggest part of our greenhouse gas footprint, there is nothing we can do here in Marin County more significant than passing Measure Q. It is just far and away. Environmentalists of today are enthusiastically behind it. So we've got a great environmental story to tell. Now, the second thing is social equity. And the people who do critical jobs here in Marin County have a brutal commute to get here. They have to live further and further away. We've pushed many of our social problems out of sight and out of the county. And we have to reconnect with that. We have to understand that we should care about our teachers and our firefighters and our public servants in all of the different walks of life. And we need to give them some transportation choices. Right now they have none. How elitist is it to say, well, not only can you not afford to live in this county, but we don't really care about the daily grind that you have to go through to get here. And if that doesn't appeal to you, let's go right to your pocketbook, because we're going to have to pay them more and more and more to go through that daily grind. So there are just all sorts of reasons from an economic and social equity perspective that we badly need to open up this new way to get up and down the 101 corridor.
Alternative to 101. It really confounds me at times why there is even the debate around SMART, because I can't envision a future without it. It's that serious. And of course, not just the train, but the bike and pedestrian path beside it, which is going to represent thousands and thousands of usage.
As we say, in Marin County, over 60% of our greenhouse gases are being generated through all of our use of our automobile. And we have to move a community both culturally and structurally to an alternative that emphasizes transit, that reduces trips, that also celebrates the important and healthy way of moving around for smaller trips by bicycle and pedestrian activity. And SMART embeds that in the core of what it's about, and I think that's really important. In the last 20 years, we have grown at less than 0.5% a year, but we now have more cars registered than we have people in this county, so one for every baby. As an employer, as the county, as an employer who has 800 of our employees arriving every day from north of Nevada, do you think that I will be the employer of choice if we provide them a clean, reliable, comfortable form of transportation to and from their workplace each day? Absolutely. That's another important reason why I think businesses in this community are so strongly in favor of SMART, because it's a way to attract and retain a quality workforce, and it's important.
We own this railroad right away. It's worth maybe $1 billion. We have the resources to make this happen, to bring this to the people in 3 to 5 years. No other transportation project is out there that can provide those solutions. We're talking about Measure Q, green transportation solutions. You get 2 alternatives to the freeway. You get the passenger train, and you get this amazing pedestrian bicycle pathway. 7,000 to 10,000 people alone are supposed to use that pathway a day.